What's up, boys and girls? It's Bruno here with Team UTY. I'm super tired. I just got back from my locals and I got undefeated with Drytron. Drytron really overperformed today and it was really fun to play the deck. I played 4 rounds, I 2-0'd everyone. I lost a single game during my matches, which was incredible. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit more about it in a second when I start doing the deck profile. But huge shout out to Logan, to be honest, because it was his idea in his channel to play Vanities with Fuko on defense, just because, Vanities is hard to get rid of it, and then with Fuko, like, you guarantee that you're gonna survive another turn to tell the story, and that was what's happening. Like, people can play through Vanities if they don't have Book of Moon, Imper, and Dark Blue no more. Like, if they don't have the non-engine card to get rid of it, they just can't. And Fuko is really nowhere. They can't get rid of it as well. But guys, consider subscribing to the channel because this making content is really hard and I'm pretty tired. But let's go into a deck profile right now and let's see what you guys think about it. Okay guys, so let's go into a deck profile really fast, but before that, I just want to say the rounds that I have, in any of my matches I have not lost a single game, so I went completely undefeated at 2-0 everyone. Round 1 I played against Dragon Link. It was a pretty hard game, but Vanity's ruler is broken, like I said. Also, round 2 I played against Heroes. That guy almost got me because he was almost able to play through the Vanities. He was able to normal summon Stratos and search for the Honest Nails, but then he activated Honest Nails and I was able to just use Orange Light to negate that. And then round 3 I played against Evil Eye. Evil Eye was very interesting, but they could not get rid of Vanities because the monster that pops only pops special summon monsters, and Vanities was actually normal tribute summon, right? So it's not a special summon. And then round 4 I played against Matt Mac, which it was a pretty hard game, especially because I went first the game and I bricked super hard, but I was still able to come back on the next turn and then OTK him. But let's go into the deck really fast. Let's start off obviously with the monsters. Okay, so here's the goo, 3 alpha, 3 zeta, and 3 gamma, and 2 delta. This is the list that I find most success, to be honest. I wanted to play more names in case I wanted to go into a skip turn combo. This deck can easily do that as well. If I know I'm playing against a deck that does not play a lot of hand traps, I'm not sure, like, I don't know, maybe Cash 3, I don't know. Against a deck that does not play a lot of hand traps, I can easily side up into a skip turn combo that I have on my side deck very easily, and I have a lot of names. So that is really good, a lot of names in this deck, so you don't break as well, like I did on my last game that almost lost me. But yeah, really good stuff. And then I play 1 Diviner of the Herald and 1 Vanity's Ruler. So both cards really good. I'm just playing one of these because this is our main combo, right? So since this guy is our main combo, we're gonna waste our normal summon on this and not on this. So if you open this on our hand, it can be kind of like a dead card sometimes, but it can like, help us extend a lot if we need to go into negates or like other stuff, right? Okay, and then for a couple more cards, obviously we play 2 Orange Lights, and we also play 2 Kurikaras. I like the ratio on the 2 Kurikaras because it's a fairy, so it helps us use with the Orange Light. One thing is, I use Orange Light 3 times today, and 2 of the times I was using Kurikara, which was pretty clutch to hard draw into it. So yeah, Kurikara is nice to be honest. I like it. Now let's go into some rituals. Obviously we play 3. Ben 10. Ben 10 is really good. Not once per turn. You can recycle this guy. It's level 6. I don't even need to explain much of this, but this guy's broken. As well, I play 1 Natasha. Natasha won me my last round because I was able to snag my opponent's monster that had AK attack. And just being able to attack for game was incredibly good. And I mean, the heal is like, also on time is really good, but never had to use that today on time. So yeah. And then we play 1 Medionis Draconids. Because when you don't have it, you kind of miss it, I can promise you. And I also play the Armor Factor Pain. Armor Factor Pain can be something pretty interesting, being able to skip your opponent's main phase 1. And if you play against a runic deck, this is actually very brutal, because if you skip their if they skip their battle phase by their own effect and you skip their main phase one, you actually just skip their whole turn. So Amber Factor Pain negates like a lot of heavy synchro decks, a lot of heavy Xyz decks. The effect that he has is just really good, so I had to play it because it's really good. Okay, let's go into spells. That was it for the monsters. Obviously we play 3 Nova, we also play 2 Mediona's Drytron, and we actually play 1 of the field spell. So I like this ratio, to be honest, just because against Runic, if this gets banned, it really sucks. Even though you still can go into a couple of your other packages, I'd rather play this at 2. Maybe Hard Draw this is also really good, and this the level modulation is pretty good as well, decent overall. So yeah, I like that. Then a couple more spells. Obviously play 3 Cyber Emergency. Cyber Emergency helps us search any Drytron name or even Draconids, the ritual monster, so really good. We played 2 of the Triple Tactics Trust. It did come up once today and helped with Dark Ruler No More against, I think it was against Heroes if I'm not mistaken. Just being able to use this is just really good, to be honest. And it doesn't like not like Triple Tactics talent. Your opponent just needs to activate a monster during your turn. It doesn't matter like if it is during draw phase or main phase, you can just use it whenever. Then a couple targets for that. It is Harpy's Feather Duster, Dark Ruler No More, Triple Tactics talent, Foolish Burial as well, because you can send names to the graveyard, and that is really good. And then a couple other cards that I play is Call by the Grave. It's not a target search, but I also play the last card is Dimensional Barrier. So Dimensional Barrier came in clutch, just because like if they use like a hand trap on you or something like that, if you're not able to establish your Vanities board, you can just activate this with Trust, right? And then you can set this. If you're going first, like you don't really have any, so if you're going first, like you're gonna have to set a card, and there's no like spells and traps that I want to set that I can activate, because you cannot set like quick effects, so you gotta set something like a trap. So I decided to add the Dimensional Barrier because it's a good target for Tactics Trust, and not like I know people play the Harpies, Featherstorm, something like that, where you need to have Fuko on the field. This is kind of more like universal. If I cannot build Fuko, that's not a problem. I can just use this instead and lock my opponent from the extra deck main like strategy that they play, if they play, right? Okay, and then a couple other things. Extra deck right now. So total deck, 40 cards on the main deck. Just to let you guys know. So 2 Move Battle Fafnir, 1 Fuko. Fuko is insane. This is like I say, it's a purely Noir. They can't get rid of this. The only thing that can do to get rid of this is actually Kaiju it, tribute somehow, because he's not affected by activate effects. So I mean, he's not affected by anything actually. So it's really broken. 1 Beatrice, 1 Downward Magician to go into Zeus, obviously. And then links right now, we play 1 Linkuriboh, 1 IP Masquerena, 1 Dynamondo, 1 Nightmare Unicorn, 1 Appaloosa, 1 G-Golem Crystal Heart. So G-Golem helps you to go into Nightmare Griffin, to go into the skip turn combo. So these 2 cards right here, I'm thinking about just cutting out like completely and not try to go into the skip turn anymore, because it's really risky to play into Nibiru and a couple other cards. If you get hand traps, it's gonna hurt a lot. So I might skip those 2 and just add an access code Talker and another like Zeus. That's probably like the main idea right here. And then the last 2 cards in the extra deck is obviously a Herald the Arclight and Antis. So both of these cards are diviner targets. I used Antis twice today going second, and I used once today Herald going first, because I was not able to establish the lock with the Vanity's Fiend Ruler. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Side deck really fast. Here we go. I've had 3 Lava Golem against Evil Eye. This was really clutch because their monsters are pretty much unaffected. It's kind of like a Mikanko type of thing, like that it cannot be targeted, cannot be destroyed by card effects or by battle. So Lava Golem can be clutch against that deck a lot. especially because I hard drew 2 of them, and it was kind of like a little grind game, so I was able to like use both of them like in 2 different turns, so that was really good. 1 Lightning Storm, another Triple Tactics Talent, 2 Cosmic Cyclone if I'm playing against Runic. Lightning Storm is searchable as well with Trust, right? And I have actually an extra copy of Trust because it can be very necessary. Like I said, I'm also having the skip turn stuff here. Dark Ruler no more, right? Because it's just really good against like big combo boards. I played 3 Royal Decree. Royal Decree is actually very nice because I hate playing against like trap decks, and Royal Decree just does it. Like if you go first, you go just set Royal Decree and you're pretty much set. Then a couple more cards. I do play 2 more Deep Barriers because sometimes I just want to hard draw it and use it because it's really good. And then the last card is the Thunder of Ruler. Thunder Ruler is what makes the skip turn possible. So if I just need, like, I just side this in, and then I also side another Trust in, because what I can do is I can take the Deep Barrier from the deck, add another Trust, and then take something else and add Thunder. So if they hand trap me, I can just use Trust to set this to the field, and I just need some more Factor Pain, and boom, skip turn is ready and locked, and it's pretty easy to do. So yeah, but I didn't use today at all the skip turn build. I thought about it, but I just felt more comfortable going into Vanities and just locking them out of the special summon. Like, no decks can, like, right now in the meta can play through Vanities like without non-engine cards like Book of Moon, Dark Ruler No More, Imperm. Yeah, they gotta have the out. If they don't, like, they will just go into next game, to be honest. But most of the time as well, I was building Vanity's Ruler with Link Rebo on the field, just because if they summon, like, I don't know, something they can beat over, I can just Link Rebo to protect it. So a little protection. The deck overperformed today, and I'm really happy with the results, to be honest. So, well guys, that was it for the deck profile. Thanks so much for watching, and once again, consider subscribing to the channel because that really helps. Thanks so much. Bye bye.